I'm gonna get the.
Hey guys, it's Jungle Friends. It's your girl V.
And this is Willis.
And we're back for another episode.
Woo! I'm ready today.
Woo! Yeah.
I'm ready.
If you haven't tuned in to last week's episode, I'm going to say Happy New Year to you, but that's the last time I'm saying it because you should know it by now. I even gonna lie, I signed some paperwork today and I still put 2022. I was like, God dang it.
Yeah.
Like, because how often are you writing on paper?
Mm-hmm.
Like, now everybody's, remote or typing up stuff. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed your breaks. I hope you guys are all caught up in our previous season episodes. We have some good topics today as well. If you're not familiar with our show, we always start off with a shot. We always end off with a shot. If either one of us, our phones or any device we have goes off with volume to interrupt our recording, we have to take a shot as well. If you ever want to be on our show, make sure you hit us up in the DM so you can be obliged to follow it in person, because I know y'all be cheating in person. With that being said, our shots are poured and we're going to go ahead and do this.
All right, let's go.
All right,
cheers
y'all.
to a good episode.
Cheers.
So how was your weekend?
It was pretty chill. I told myself that I was going to relax for the first week or two of January. Like no brunches, no nothing. Just like, clean the house.
Right.
Take a breather from, recuperating from Christmas shopping and, Black Friday shopping. Ooh. And then, end of the year shopping. And then all the shopping. Like, because, after the New Year's, that's when everything goes on sale. So I was, like, getting, like, some stuff for, like, Christmas and like, other stuff, like, good quilted blankets, shit like that, anyway. So just taking a breather and relaxing. So, yeah, pretty chill.
All right. Did you watch the fight this weekend?
No, actually, I didn't. I was at our good friend Rakoy, shout out to Rakoy, her birthday party. Happy birthday.
We love you.
Yes, we do. I was at her shindig for her place, so we played games till like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I went home and I crashed. So.
Well, I know a lot of people watching the fight this weekend.
Yeah, I heard some people were actually at like fight parties. You know how y'all do.
Yeah.
Ghetto. I'm joking.
Y'all don't do fight parties?
No, we do. I'm just messing.
So, it's kind of like a story. So, long story short, the Javante Davis fight, he's from Baltimore. Anyway, they had it in downtown D.C. at the Capital One Arena. Mm. The only reason why I said it is because they change the name like every couple of years. It was the Verizon Center, the MCI Center, the big-ass stadium in D.C. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, guess what happened? A couple things happened.
I'm listening.
So, there's a video going around. I don't know. I'll play it for our YouTube audience, but I don't know if you watched the video. But somebody went on F Street, because the stadium's on F Street in Chinatown, if you've never been there, and broke into every window on the street.
Seriously?
Every last window. And somebody recorded it. Here's the video for you can see it, but
they went down and spanked niggas, son. Hey, Shaq! Oh. They spank niggas. They spank niggas. They spank niggas. Look at this shit. Damn. Spank his ass.
Alright, okay.
Damn. Spank down. God damn.
Events where people getting robbed for their watches and chains.
Wow.
I'm just letting y'all tourists know, DC is a great place to come to.
During the day.
During the summer. At night it's not that bad. You've been living here for a while. Yeah. You just got, anywhere you go, you need to move correctly.
Yeah, facts.
Anywhere you go. Not saying that DC is the most hoodest place ever. It's really not.
Really not.
But
certain parts, but really not.
Niggas see opportunities. Niggas take it.
Yeah, well, they knew that people were going to be coming out for this from the DMV area, from the tri-state area. So it makes sense. I mean, if I was them, I think that it was a good plan. I mean, like...
Yeah, they're probably kids, though. Teenagers. Maybe grown-ass people.
I don't know what's going on with, like, people breaking people's cars, but literally, I forgot to tell you, someone literally stole my mother's car on Wednesday. Right outside. I mean, literally, you would think, just FYI, my mother lives in Baltimore. And you would think, did they steal it, from her neighborhood or something? Nope. Did they steal it at night? Nope. They stole it 4:15 p.m. on a Wednesday, right in front of the door of her job. Yeah.
I didn't get 2 fucks.
So apparently there's like a TikTok trend of people stealing like Hyundai. I always mess up. Is it Hyundai or Hyundai?
Hyundai.
Hyundai, yeah. Hyundai.
Honda.
Whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Elantras, Sinatras.
Yeah, because it looks like a USB cord.
Yeah.
You can just crank it up.
Yeah, well, it's a trend, and that when my mother reported to the police, and she was at the they found her the next day, so we thank God for that. Found her the next day.
Was it messed up?
Man, what? They busted out windows, messed up her steering wheel, some wires is messed up, the undercarriage is messed up. So we don't know if it's totaled or it's fixable right now. Like, she really just picked up a rental like this morning.
Oh, so she got a little deductible.
I mean, yeah. Well, the good thing is that I think because it's underneath of not collision, but was it coercion? Whatever the difference for the insurance, so it's not as expensive as if it was like collision, right? Because she's not at fault, and they filed police report, all that stuff. But anyway, I said all to say when they got to the police impound, there were like 4 other people there identifying their vehicles because of, and then they have like a mass case with Hyundai saying that, hey,
it's too easy to
steal y'all shit, and my mom's getting on that train. But I don't know what it is. It's like y'all woke up and was like, hey, it's 40 degrees outside. Let me go just bust some windows. Let me just go steal some cars.
The bus didn't come. I was like, yo, let me just go ahead and take this car right here.
Like, I was just like, bro, it's wild. Yeah, it was really, really wild. My mom was like, she looked at the window at 4 or 5. I was like, all right, I'm about to wrap up these last couple emails, leave out by 4:30. By the time she was wrapping up, police were already knocking on her door because someone witnessed it and called the police. So thank God for witnesses doing the right thing. But yeah, I'm telling you, it was, I don't know what's going on, y'all, but, and it's not like it's the old cars. Back in the day, they used to steal old cars. It's easy. I think like 2018 is fairly new. You know what I mean?
Did you see the video of like them doing it?
No, I haven't been on
TikTok?
much. I haven't been on TikTok much, and I haven't been on like Snapchat much. Just Instagram here and there. I don't know. Yeah. I'm starting to slowly wean off social media a little bit, but I can't because of you guys.
I'll show you the video later. But literally, once you work the bottom console, it looks like a USB port. You can just stick like the back of your iPhone port in there.
But that's the thing. They just freaking just broke the glass both sides and just.
I mean, they still gotta get in.
Yeah.
But and I'm sorry everybody had to be Mom. Though.
Yeah, things been crazy. But yeah, the fact that they
I'm glad she wasn't out there though. You gotta think of stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
and that's what I tried to. But when you're already emotional, and my mother's older too, so like she's over 60, so she's like blood boiling, high, trying to regulate breathing, headache, chest hurting because she's stressing, and I'm like, Mom, at the end of the day, it could have been your life. Like, granted, I mean, and then when they found the car the next day, I'm like, hey, granted, they found the car, so we're just hoping now that it's fixable because that's what insurance is for.
Yeah.
Full coverage is for.
It sucks when I had a couple, maybe like 2 or 3 times in my life, like about 2, where they total it out, and it sucks when you gotta like
wait
start
for them.
over.
Yeah, they gotta wait for
them. You gotta check.
Yeah, and then if the check doesn't cover the cost of your car, then you still gotta pay off the remainder of that without no car.
And then you still gotta buy another car.
Yeah. And
it's a inconvenience.
Very much so, especially if you don't have money like that. So. But I still feel like these people are crazy, just going down the whole street.
Literally the whole street. I'm gonna post the video on YouTube, and then also around that area, it was reported that a couple of people were politely relieved of their Rolexes.
Politely relieved?
I mean, there was no one got hurt. Someone asked for it forcefully, and they obliged.
That's how you gonna sell your story? Forcefully?
Because I still want people to come to DC. Come to DC. It does mess up the tourism of it. And then what also messes up, because it was like a big black event, like they sold that bitch out.
Yeah.
Like I was about to go, but some other shit happened. I couldn't go. But and tickets weren't that bad. Floor seats was like a stat. I was like, I want it. I want to go. So anyway, long story short, I say this. So I was watching the fight, and there was a scuffle between a Philly native.
Just say,
Philly niggas don't know how to act.
No, first of all, we know how
to
act.
Mess up a DC event. He come drive 2.5 hours.
He ain't driving nowhere. Someone drove him.
Facts. He
flew.
Probably flew.
And next.
So from what I said, and I'm gonna give y'all the details because I could be funny about this all day. Meek Mill, he was talking to another boxer saying that Gervonta was going to knock him out before 12 rounds. The conversation got heated. Now, this might have been a situation like black people can have like very hyped conversation.
Right.
Don't mean nobody going to fight. And then I think the people surrounded, like their entourages, made it bigger than what it was.
Yeah.
Because Steven Jackson ass came over there trying to say, stop. And then Wallow, the fuck is wrong with him? This nigga come flying. Did you see the video?
I heard. I didn't watch
This nigga come flying, this bright ass red bomber jacket. Try to blink shit. Bring it up. And Meek Mill's like, yo, chill, we good. And then Meek was escorted out, and 10 seconds later, Gervonta knocked the dude out. I'd have been pissed if I was Meek. Well, he did. Technically, it was a TKO. Did you hear about what happened?
No.
All right, for our audience, long story short, the dude took some good ass shots, and Gervonta called him a couple times on the chin. I think it was the end of the 8th round. You know how they go back to their corners, right? The dude was trying to go to Gervonta's corner. He didn't know where he was at. The ref had to tell him to a seat. And then the start of the 9th round, Gervonta's like, let's go. The dude still got the people in the corner. And they was like, no, we calling off his fight. Gervonta hit him so hard, he lost sight out his right eye.
Damn.
And he didn't know where he was.
Damn.
So I was just like, holy shit. And it was kind of funny because I'm fucked up. I got fucked up humor. So they were asking, because he needed an interpreter. And he was like, da-da-da-da-da-da, hit me in the cabeza.
Hey,
so they was like, cabeza. I know what cabeza. Gervonta hit this nigga so hard, he made him go blind in one eye. You know how hard you gotta hit a nigga? I give you that. His chin held up. But that nigga, he didn't go down. I give him respect.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they called off the fight. That was the right thing to do. They waited there. Ain't no point in him going back in that 9th round. And Gervonta was probably gonna go off on his ass. So, all in all, a good DC event, DMV event. Hope you guys come back. And just move correct.
That's crazy that escorted it because everybody else made it hyper than what it was. So I don't like that.
Because at the end of the day, the focus on Meek now, not even fight, because they had to call a timeout. Like Gervonta saw, because you could see it, Gervonta was looking like, you know how you see some shit out the
right.
So Gervonta trying to pay attention because the fight's still going, dude could have swung on him.
Right.
And the ref had to be like, yo, timeout, you go to your corner, you go to your corner. Right. And then they got whatever was going on in the crowd together.
Damn.
Yeah. And then all you can see on camera, the dude, you know, the white answer, is that Meek Mills? It looks like Meek Mills is being escorted out the stadium. You know this nigga tall and slinky with chains, so you just see him.
I miss thick Meek. He used to be chubbier, man. Now he look like a crackhead.
Oh shit, that shit was funny.
Not a crackhead, he just was skinny.
But last night I heard that the guy made a full recovery, so
that's good.
Yeah. What?
Just you and your dark humor.
Cause and cabeza.
Oh my god, I cannot.
Y'all better leave fucking tape alone, yo. This nigga get hit. Cause I was just thinking, like, oh, he taking a lot of shots.
Hey.
Oh, and also another good news. Just real quick before you go into your story, we didn't talk about it on here, but everybody knows what happened. Damar Hamlin, you remember he passed out in the field. They had to do resuscitation with CPR.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills player. He's finally at home.
Okay.
They discharged him. He's doing a lot better.
That's
so
good.
Prayers out to him and his family. And,
Yeah.
Glad he's doing great.
Yeah, because that was crazy. I've never seen that in my entire life or even heard of it happening before.
I seen people getting carted out, but I never seen anybody like CPR, resuscitation. That was the first.
Yeah.
And fuck Skip Bayless. I get what Skip was trying to say, but timing, my nigga.
Yeah.
Timing.
He didn't think that out before he said it. It was one of those things that just blurted out immediately.
Right, because you want to be first to tweet, not to think.
Yeah, well, yeah. Did they suspend him or whatever?
No,
of course not, because he's white. But whatever.
Yeah.
If it was, what's his name, Sharp?
Oh, Shannon Sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, they would have canceled him, fired him,
quick.
get him back all his whatever deal, whatever.
I'm glad that they didn't feel the
I
right
saw
thing.
their heated discussion on the clip of that.
He's like, can you let me talk? I said talk. He's like, I wish you would take that on YouTube. Can you let me talk?
Yeah, I'm done with you today. I'm done with you.
Can you let me talk? I'm sorry.
Anyway, all right, I'm gonna find something.
stories.
Yeah. Let's get to these stories. All right, so this is asking for a friend. Shout out to More Hustle. I feel like when I be thinking of shit, they already got a question out and they already got a radio caller to answer it. But anyway, I want y'all to listen to this scenario and see who was wrong or who's in the right, or should this person feel this way? We'll see. All right, here we go.
Morning, Hustle. We asking for a friend. We got Angie on the line. What's happening with you?
We couldn't find a babysitter for New Year's Eve. So I told my man, I said, I'd stay home with our 6-month-old and he could go out.
You the people's champ.
Yeah, because not me.
Why did this man not come home until 6 in the morning and didn't even call me at midnight to say Happy New Year?
What?
He said that he didn't want to wake me or the baby.
No,
he's very thoughtful. That was very thoughtful.
He's tripping.
He's exactly right.
I'm telling
say
you.
what you mean what you say. You said he could go out. He went out.
All night. He never came back home.
I mean,
At 6 in the morning?
New Year's Eve is you party different on New Year's Eve.
No, you don't.
So you expected him to just stumble through the door at 12:01?
I expected at least to get a call. Now I feel like I can't even trust them anymore.
866 Hustle 866-487-8538. Should she tell her man get the step in, or should she have a little compassion?
We are the morning hustle.
So how do we feel?
You shouldn't let his ass go out, yo.
I mean, I hear you, but then I don't. I mean, I hear you, but then I'm like, I wouldn't want, if I'm staying home with especially if I have my first child, I know I'm not going out with New Year's Eve. 6 months, my first child, I'm going to be in. But I would still expect for my fiance to call me, even if it's like 12:10. He's like, "Yo, babe, I'm sorry, I got wrapped up, fucked up. Had shots, whatever."
Well, everybody's calling me. You're either 12
Right,
o'clock.
that's why I said 12:10, 12:15.
I peeped that.
That's why I said that, because I've done that. Like, my mom calls me exactly like 12 o'clock and then gets mad she can't reach me until like 12:02. I'm like, Mom, towers are jammed, everybody's calling, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So 12:10, 12:15, shit, even if he sent a text, like something, it was like no communication. And you didn't say nothing about you staying out all night, and you coming in at 6 in the morning, knowing you got a girlfriend or a wife at home
with y'all newborn.
You out of pocket, bro.
I wouldn't have went. He shouldn't have went. I would have thought it was a setup. That's one of them things like, you can go ahead and you mean it, but you don't really mean it.
But my thing is,
you don't see what he does, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, but my thing is, even with that though, you can go out if you're a respectable person, right? I feel like you're a respectable man. You would still go out and still come back at a reasonable time, even if you came in
like 1 or 2.
That's what I'm saying. If you would have came at 2, I've been like, all right, you had a good time, you drank, you probably chilled, got some water, ate something else, and it got on the road 1:30, you home 2 o'clock. That's understandable shit. For New Year's, I even push it to 3, but that's just me. I'm very, very triggered by drinking out on New Year's Eve. I don't do it unless I have a designated driver. But outside of that, and because of that, I'm real about my fiance going out. Like, you staying there? That way, we had that communication before.
Right.
But you left your girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever, with a 6-month-old, knowing probably the baby not on sleeping schedule or need help, whatever. Yeah. That was out of pocket. You could have met her. Come on. You could have called.
My man was living his best life. Let's wait. Whoo! Gotta wait for her and that goddamn baby. I'm not going back. That nigga was living his best life.
Yeah, that's all.
6 a.m. I'd be scared to come home.
As you should. Somebody's like, yo, do you feel like this should be a big deal? I feel like it's a big deal. Like, because that means, like, you took advantage of the fact of, like, she's like, all right, babe, you have fun. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Now she's going to be like, nah, I don't want you to go nowhere now. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to feel stifled, and it's going to be this toxic ass revolving circle where you could have just been more, what's the word I'm looking for? More understanding to be like, all right, I'm out. And you probably had it out at like 8, 9 o'clock anyway. So it makes sense when you come in 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But 6, bruh.
I think it was a setup. Like,
it's not a setup. He had a choice. Niggas always have a choice.
No, he chose the wrong choice. I give him. I think the question was a setup. Because at the end of the day, it's kind of like, where are you at? Is it moral? Or how strong is your relationship? Because at the end of the day, if I'm with my woman and we just had this newborn baby and we can't find a babysitter It's not one of us go out. We both stay because I want to bring in a new year with my family.
Right, that's what the first comment says. Is like if he was really about the family life, he would have stayed home with you and the baby in both the year.
Facts. We would have got all the types of unhealthy wings and Chinese food, and some champagne,
and we would have been
good. And
then knowing her, she's probably, if she can, she's probably breastfeeding. So you should have got her some sparkling cider.
Yeah,
I mean some sparkling, grape juice or whatever. And we could have lived it up inside. You could have went out with your brothers that weekend or something if you know what I mean.
Facts.
But then someone said nobody in a relationship should stay out until 6 a.m. without some type of communication. It's just a respectful thing.
Oh yeah, we live together. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, clearly they live together.
Yeah, 100%. I believe that. I mean, I think it's just a respect thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a respect thing. It was like, give somebody an inch and they'll take a yard. It's cool she stayed home, but no call and didn't come home at 6 a.m. It's like, bro, you just doing the fucking most. Like, I don't even want to say I wish my nigga would because y'all would have to check up on me. No, ain't no I wish my nigga would. My nigga knows.
I know he's dead. PG County Jail. I'll check up for you. How much a bar?
Nah.
We cool and all, but
he better have the story of the ages. He better have the story of the fucking ages. And even still I wouldn't believe him.
I was just telling my friend a story about one of our old co-workers, how he didn't come. Long story short, because I'll make it real short. Long story short, his wife, he was cheating on his wife, went to go see the girl at the hotel, fucked around, was like, I'm about to take an hour nap, fucked around, woke up the next morning, he was in trouble. So he ran his car into a pole and told his wife he was at the hospital at night because the hospital had to call her to say, hey, your husband's in the hospital. She ain't think nothing.
Wow.
The extremes. That most niggas will go, I'm just going to take that ass whooping. Fuck it. I'm not messing up my truck.
Bruh.
But he was just like, fuck it. And when I tell you the name, you'll know later. But you like, yo, what the
the extremes.
But just to walk in the house nonchalant at 6 in the morning, man, I know she was like, yo, you take the baby the rest of the fucking day. I don't care how tired you are. Don't ask me for this baby. I'm leaving.
Nah, I would have been left. I would have left me and the baby. You don't give a fuck about us. Like, I would have left for the day. Have you something to think about? Because my thing is, you clearly disregarded our whole family, disregarded me as your partner. You took advantage of a whole situation where I'm like, hey, I'm giving up of myself. I don't want to seem like I'm keeping you cooped in it because you probably have a tradition with your boys or whatever. Like, I don't want to break whatever tradition. And I'm like, all right, babe, go have fun. See, I feel like I shouldn't have to say, call me. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in this together. Like, even with just regular.
What if it was a house party? House parties last longer though.
I still feel like you could call me. You could take your ass out the front door and get a call. You know what I mean? But even still, like, even with stuff in regular day, like, when he goes to like happy hour, or if I go to happy hour, or I'm leaving work sometimes, I give him a call. Hey, babe, I'm leaving work later than normal. Just letting you know, just in case you see them coming home 100%. Like later. You know, it's just respect. And that's where I feel like, like, and then I heard another comment in there was like, I just want to let you know, some men just dense. Some men don't think like, oh, she would have wanted me to call at 12. He was like, but the 6 a.m.
I didn't want to wake the baby up.
Right. Like, so that I could possibly maybe understand, right? Because it's like, yo, you probably just got the baby down at 11:30, and you watching the ball drop, halfway falling asleep yourself. You don't want, I get that. Right. That I could probably understand.
Right.
A text though wouldn't have woke the baby. That's number one. That text wouldn't have woke up the baby.
Right.
And then number two. The 6 a.m. That's the icing / sprinkle / fucking full entree on top.
Right. No, I agree.
Because it's a no. It's a hell no. Coming at 6 in the morning.
Dude, she was gonna fuck you up.
My boyfriend a gamer. She
probably didn't even go.
My boyfriend a gamer. My fiance a gamer. And every time Tino would come in to like 4 or 5 in the morning on the weekends, and I'd be looking at him like, nigga, is you crazy? Like,
are you done?
I'm like, it's 5 in the morning. You have all day tomorrow. Why are you coming in 5 in the morning? Me and the brothers, we were gaming, but like gaming in my mind, it's like, all right, he's home, whatever, right? But it's still like, bro,
right?
It's just a respect thing. And me, when you so used to sleeping in bed with your partner, I know me, I can't sleep unless I know like he's in the bed. I'm tossing and turning because I'm used to having another presence in the bed. So I'm like. It'd be 3:30. I'm like, this nigga's still gaming downstairs.
Don't let her like the baby be cranky all night, and she had to stay. Nigga, you lucky you didn't lose your life.
Bruh.
You was playing with your life, bro.
Bruh.
You lucky you made it 2023.
I would have, that day, I would have left. Because just to calm me down. Not saying like leave him, but I would have needed 24 hours. Because like, you playing with me.
Yeah. So, I got a story.
Someone said he's for the streets. Take the baby and run.
Facts. So, for black women, right? Mm-hmm. You know how y'all be calling the older women auntie? Hey, if they get auntie, you know, that type. What age does like auntie start? Like, what age do you feel like you can consider yourself an auntie?
I think about 40.
All right, 40. That's a good age.
Yeah, so your uncle.
Men don't refer themselves like that first. She's Philly people, man.
I'm sorry, aren't you like from Maryland? Like, relax.
DC, relax.
You're not from DC.
DC, relax.
No.
Anyway, so
I'm like from District Heights.
This is for you.
They ain't for me.
Why do women have a hard time taking responsibility? District Heights, nigga. You are nothing wrong with District Heights, but you tell these out of towners.
You said you was from like one part of the city outside of DC.
It was in DC, uptown, no fees, nigga. Fuck out of here, Brooklyn.
That don't sound like DC to me.
It's on the Metro map. Anyway,
it's on the Metro.
Red line. Anyway, listen.
You know, one city. You just on one Brooklyn.
Do y'all have more than one?
Philly.
Metro. Anyway, go ahead.
We have a hard time taking responsibility. We have a hard time being shown ourselves. And I've come to realize that women are very, very prideful. Like, men have egos, but women are very prideful. And the reason why we have a hard time being shown who we are is because the opposite of pride is shame. And we don't want to feel that shame because it is very painful.
Talk to him! I'm sorry. That's too much.
Clearly. Take some responsibility, take some accountability for your actions.
No, women do, men don't.
We know y'all not accountable.
We stay apologized, sorry. We don't know we did.
Yeah, because it's not really taking accountability. You're just saying it so that they can move on. That's not accountability.
Yeah, so
which should be a two-way street, all jokes aside. I agree with her. I think somewhat, but I hate to say it, and y'all gonna be like, really? But it comes from it's come from trauma. We don't want to take accountability for shit. You know why? Because we're too busy doing everything, and we don't give a fuck. We don't because we doing so much. We out here wearing all these different hats, being a mom, being trying to work in the field, getting underpaid, all this other shit. We like, I'm not taking accountability for me living my life how I want to live it. Fuck you. You don't want to be with me, don't be with me. Fact. You know what I mean? And granted, but I'm not saying it's wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
You said what?
It's not about you want to be with me, be with me. It's just like, if you do something wrong. Yeah,
I understand that, but sometimes we have let me speak from experience. There's some things that I don't have a problem taking accountability for, right? I can take accountability from being 100 with you, and I can also be accountable for how it comes out. I could have said it better,
right?
But I said it this way,
right?
I'm taking accountability of both things that I could have said it, but I didn't. You know what I mean? But it's all about, delivery and then understanding the reason why you're taking accountability. Mm-hmm. The reason why you're taking accountability is because your friend's feelings are hurt. You know what I mean? Because it affects somebody that you care about. But I'm not taking accountability for some shit that I had no control over. Yeah. Or I'm not taking accountability because you're hella sensitive. And I'm not saying that that's a problem. But I can't be walking around on eggshells around people who, that's just not my nature. But you know who you should have in your friend circle and whatnot. But even on a regular scale, like with your partner, I can take accountability like, yeah, I got trust issues. But what I will take accountability of also why I have trust issues. And if you happen to be that equation, then that means we share accountability and we share responsibility. If I can come to the table and say, hey, these are my issues and this is why and this is my role in it, then I want you to also be like, all right, this is my role in it, and now I see where our toxic cycle keeps revolving around at. Right. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be like some little bitch and be like, I'm so sorry that you didn't like my food, or I'm so sorry that I forgot to start your clothes, or I'm so fuck all that. That's not me. It's not me. Period. No. I'll take accountability for things that affect people that I love, for things who's like that hurts them, or things that are actually genuinely my fault. But I'm not taking accountability for you thought I should have said it this way. Nigga, I didn't. You thought I should say it this way.
It hurts my feelings.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just like
I know you're bullshit. I know you.
No, but my thing is,
I get you saying.
No, but my thing is, I can talk that way to people like Willis. I mean, because he knows that he don't be feeling no type of feelings about shit. So I be like, hey, why you, now he's lying to me. Why you lying to me now? Now take accountability with your lies.
You know what? I'm sorry.
I can't even take your apology serious.
Because niggas just apologize. Niggas don't feel shame.
I told you.
Niggas don't feel shame. We like, I'm sorry. Because we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, the thing about it is,
put this shoulder up.
Yeah,
put this shoulder up.
That's what I'm saying. Like shame means I learned in therapy. Like shame is accepting. Like, hey, I am the problem. I am the liar. I am the cheater. Yeah. Like you are something.
Yeah.
When you feel guilty, it's like, yo, I felt like
I should have did this.
Yeah, I should have did this, or I felt like that's when you feel guilty of things that you should have. Versus saying that you are it, when you're embodying that to be you, and you shouldn't. I mean, unless you really are. I mean, but you shouldn't be like, oh, I'm the problem when. There's two people in every relationship. There's more than one person in a family circle. There's other people on your team at work. You're not always the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, granted, she got a very good point. I support her 100%. Like the accountability, some women don't know how to. But then there are some.
Even Brittany Rennick from last episode, who was talking about her.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to tell you, she was in the video when that dude was talking.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, I'll show you later. But she was in one of the girls was like, hold up.
Oh, I thought that she looked at me. I thought that was her.
That was her.
That was her. Yeah.
Okay.
But her hair was just a little bit different. But yeah, I agree. So women do not take accountability. But then again, I know it's a little twist. Some people feel like they show that they take accountability. That shows that they're vulnerable. They're showing their vulnerable intertwinedness of themselves. Like they're showing a side to people that can come off as being weak.
Yeah.
Which is a whole nother rabbit hole.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. I was just saying, if you start taking accountability, like, you know, Willis, it is my fault that you were late today. I'm so sorry. They're gonna be like, oh, she taking accountability for my shit? Okay, let me see how much I can exploit this weakness or this flaw. You know what I mean? It opens up. What?
Wait, a couple times.
What?
It's all good.
What you talking about?
I'm late a couple times.
Oh, I wasn't really bad about that. I was sitting there and getting my life together. But no, I'm just saying that's an example.
Yeah.
Like people, they feel like that. Hey, this person always apologizing. Oh, she's so sweet.
Yeah.
And those are the people that get taken advantage of. So now you have the difference of being vulnerable and being accountable for certain things, and then also being taken advantage of, and then you got these new walls. Now you got insecurities, and now you're coming off like a bitch all over again.
Like a bitch.
I mean, like in that aspect, like coming off like you are a bitch. Like people don't like those type of strong women with walls up type of bitch. Like not the weak type of bitch.
So I agree 100% with what you said, and also we both agree it goes both ways to taking accountability. I think accountability looks different in each relationship, and I think with women it takes a lot to just say that they were wrong. And just say that, I made a mistake or that I was wrong or I shouldn't have. With guys, we don't give a shit about us saying that we were wrong.
But you won't mean it.
Exactly. Yeah. So us taking accountability looks different than y'all taking accountability.
Agree.
Because at the end of the day, I can say, oh, you know what, I fucked up and do the same thing tomorrow. I'm not really taking accountability. Where I think women, it hits them harder when if they actually said it, they probably won't. They'll think twice before it happens again, or they might be in that moment when that comes up, like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you. Like it takes a while. Like I say, it take a while. I would say that with growth and therapy and the sessions with my own partner and with my own accountability for myself, I realized that hey, I can take accountability and still be a strong person. Like 100%. Hey, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings, but for what I said, but my message still stands. I am not doing that.
Sorry, you acting like a bitch over this, but
I'm still not doing that. But you know what I'm saying? Because some people take the fact of you putting boundaries in place and telling them what you will not do is coming off as not doing what they want to do, or I'm not taking accountability to help out a friend. I've helped my friend out for the past 5 years. Each year when she moved, I help. I
put something on it.
You know what I'm saying? But like, even on a more serious scale, like, I'll take accountability. Like, hey, I lied to you. I did. Which, think about it. Whenever somebody, cheats or whatever, they always say, I get it. I did this. I did step out. I did do this to the third.
Facts.
But I wasn't feeling loved at home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's a cop out.
It's definitely a cop out. I think it's a cop out. But in the day, if you say it's a cop out, then it just comes off like you're dismissing your friend's emotion, your partner's emotions when they're trying to open up to you. So you're stuck between being a jerk who doesn't want to listen. You're stuck between being a jerk who want to listen and knows it all, right. Or you can come off as being understanding and try to understand their view of why they do their actions. And what I've learned is like, hey, you can accept somebody's reasoning and understand their point of view without agreeing that their choices were correct. I get why you did what you did, but you had a choice to either leave or stay. You had a choice to either respect me or not, and you chose not to.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's the same thing with accountability. You're like, hey, you had a choice to be 100 with me or not. You chose not to. So take accountability for your actions, and then we can split ways, or we can work whatever you want to do. And that's with friendship. That's with family. Shit.
Yeah.
That's with jobs. Like, I mean, that's on a full spectrum.
Fuck these jobs.
Fuck them kids too.
100%.
But anyway, yeah.
Right,
that's
still the full package.
That part. It's my turn or your turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have one. Talking about women. You just talking about accountability. Now, I want to play this, and I want to see, it kind of goes into accountability a little bit, but it also comes into the woman being aware of like their decisions or what they're trying to do. All right, play this for you.
She's been communicating to your ass for a while what it is that she wanted from you. You didn't want to give it to her because you felt like that is beneath me as a man. I should not have to climb down there and connect with you from an emotional standpoint, because if you were connected to her from an emotional standpoint, you wouldn't be shocked by her leaving. But the fact is, most men are not. Most men don't even know what emotional intelligence is if you ask them to define it. And that's the problem. You don't have a close enough emotional connection with your woman, and you are missing shit. You are missing pleas for help that she giving. You writing it off as just, oh, she nagging, oh, she complaining, here, that, and the third. Don't get me wrong, women do complain a lot, right? But if it's your woman,
you know the difference.
Exactly. But most men don't. And that's why they run into this. All of a sudden, she woke up one day and said, I'm out. It don't work like that.
She woke up one day, I went to work, I came home, all her shit was gone. No. I was like, damn.
So the caption of this, like, woman gives a man 184,099,054 signs before she leaves, right? So I wanted to talk about it because, at the end he was like, yeah, she just woke up one day and she just left. Like, let's take accountability here now. She's told you plenty of times. You may not want to hear it because it's nagging and it's annoying. You don't want to talk about it, and you don't want to have to do a heart-to-heart every 2-3 days. But she's expressing to you what she wants. She wants to express on this emotional level, maybe even more on the physical level. We're not going to say it's all emotional. I mean, for some women it is, but she may wanted more sex, or she may wanted to go on more dates, or she wanted to have, travel or do something more exciting, whatever it is, at different spectrums of life, of age or whatever. She wanted to have kids. She's telling you what she wants. And if you keep on dismissing it, or you keep on disregarding it, and then you're wondering, like, why she leave me? My nigga, here's the list. Let me show you the ways. You know what I mean? So yeah, I thought about it I was like, let me talk about this when we were talking about accountability, because I feel like at that point they can try to come with that lady if you want. You're like, look, I did my part. I talked to my partner. I told my partner what I wanted. I did this. I asked. I almost damn near begged. And I didn't get what I want. So who's really responsible for this split? Me or him?
I mean, it's definitely him. But I think the problem, and I think a lot of times, and this can go both ways, but I know, men, we do this more often. We can hear you, but we don't listen. I
agree.
And the comprehension skills are not there, because I get that, you know, but and also with some women though, you can complain about this, that, and the third today, and then tomorrow act like everything is cool. But it's just like, and we'll forget about it. If you let us forget about it, we'll forget about it.
Yeah, but then again, if we remind you more than twice, right, it's nagging. So it's like, yo, where's that? Prime example. Excuse me. I went and got some groceries earlier this week. Well, today's Monday, so earlier last week. And went to the Amish market, got some lunch meat, cheese, all the stuff.
You had breakfast?
Yes,
you go there for breakfast one day.
Bomb.
That's just fun.
Yeah, I've been there.
Production meeting.
So, went there, picked up some stuff, some fresh vegetables, fresh meats, and whatever. And I was like, when I got home, I was like, we don't got no bread because I bought fresh lunch meat. So he was like, oh yeah, you need anything from the store? Mind, this is like Thursday. I'm like, yeah, can you get some? I like a specific bread brand. So can you get this and this particular one, and then get some cucumbers because I got some salad. I like to make a nice, healthy looking salad. And
healthy looking.
Yeah, I mean, when I say that, I mean, like, I got tomatoes, I want some cucumbers, I'll cut up some onions. I wanted it to be like a nice, instead of just some lettuce and throw some croutons on it, like, that's why. Right. But yeah, I'm like, can I get that, right? So Sunday comes along. He didn't go Friday. He didn't go Saturday. Sunday comes along. So he's about to go to the store, and he's about to give out. He's like, yeah, I'm about to roll out, get this stuff to cook, do this little project with my daughter, do a little lunch project. I was like, okay, hey, don't forget the bread, I know, and the cucumber, I know. And I'm like, okay,
because you didn't get it the first time.
But if I didn't say that, right? I was just like, well, why? I'm like, well, why are you? He was like, no, because I remember. I don't always need you to remind me. And I'm like, did you? I was like, okay, but I don't feel like I was wrong for you to remind. This is the first time I said something because you ain't go to the store.
Just meat to spoil. It's fresh.
Then he was like,
been here 4 days already.
Then he had to take a step back and was like, you know what? You're right. I get it. Sometimes you do have to remind me, but this time I remembered. So gotcha. I was like, okay, well, you can cut that cutty shit out. Like you can cut that. Like, you can't snap at me when you know that you have a habit of forgetting things. You know what I mean? So I said all that to say is that the reaction was because he's used to having to be reminded or being nagging, and he's mad that he doesn't remember stuff, or he hates to feel like that he's being nagged. When in reality, sometimes you do forget.
You be forgetting.
Right? You know what I mean? Real rap. But I use that as an example. Like, you can't. It's like if you don't remind them, it's why you didn't remind me, babe? But then when you do remind them, damn, woman, I can't remember. I can remember it. Like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So at this point, you might as well do what you want and just deal with, the backlash or whatever afterwards. At this point, and that's what's happening here. You obviously did what you want,
right? And
now you're dealing with the fact that your partner walking away. I mean, seriously.
One technique that I think a lot of us got away from. So you remember in school when you they give you like a question and you have to put the question in your answer. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the same thing with life when you're having a conversation with your significant other, because I know with men, some women, you'd be like, hey, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, and do that. You just be like, okay.
Right, instead of you saying, what you're saying is, you want
exactly.
me to get da-da-da.
And it commits to memory.
Yeah.
And you're more likely to remember. Instead of you just saying, okay, because you're not really listening, you just say, okay, because I want her to stop fucking talking. Yeah. But
I mean, honestly, I have a thing of doing it too. Like, not even just the fact that you want them to stop talking. It's just sometimes I either zone out or
I want to do what I was about to do. Or
yeah, that too. But not even just that. It's just that you can understand it differently. Someone can mean it to come out this way, and so like there's been times me and my fiance have had a conversation, and it may be deep or maybe not. He was like, "So did you hear what I said? Did you understand what I said?" And then I'm like, "Yeah, I understand." He was like, "So what did I say?" And at first it used to bother me because I'd be like, I'm not a child. You don't gotta fucking. So what did I say? But I'm like, so correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the way I understood it. Da 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 da. He was like, yes, except for the last part because of this, and I'm like, oh, I didn't hear you say that. Like, and he'd be like, yeah, see, that's why I do it. Like, and that's just generally me. I have that problem. He'd be like, oh, you sometimes listen, sometimes you're not. And I'm like, I got so much stuff going on in my head, or you're interrupting me while I'm watching anime trying to read, so I gotta read and listen, bro. Which one am I doing? Because if I wanted to listen,
nigga, just text me.
Right next to me in the bed, just text me.
Fuck it. I'll remember in the morning when I see it. Appreciate it. Appreciate you.
Bye. I'm I'm so serious though.
I got a quick post that I want to share. And it's about the same thing.
Okay.
Miscommunication, and then we can wrap it up. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So.
What time is it?
Oh, you want to just cut it now?
Yeah, come on.
Okay. So this is from V's favorite podcast. Tonight's conversation.
My favorite podcast.
I like them too. All right, listen up. And I got a live show coming up. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
All right, listen.
What are some of the frustrations that women seem to express with communication?
Men being withdrawn, men being dismissive, men not actively listening. But I also have to get women to understand you cannot expect to hold the floor for 20, 30, 40 minutes about something you have going on and expect him to be able to hold that attention because a man's brain is not created like that. And being, specific on the words, say less but mean more. We can't come in and expect to gossip about our everyday life. Now, however, what we can say, what I do say is that, what I do see is that women do complain that the men don't listen at all. They're very dismissive in the conversation or the problem solving, as always, but that's how men naturally are. You have to be able to be verbal about that, vocalize that need. I just need you to listen. I just need to vent. I don't need you to solve the problem because in a man's mind, it's going to turn on.
Okay, I will admit myself. I had to communicate that with my spouse. I have an emotional limit when it comes to like talking about emotional stuff. Like I get like most people, you can have an emotional conversation about whatever's going on in life, your feelings, for like an hour, but I'm tuning out after like maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm working on my capacity. Because just like anything, when you're like receiving information, just like school, you're studying. After 30 minutes, you need to take a break.
Oh, you might
you tapped out.
Yeah.
Or with men, like we're listening, we start thinking about other things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think you got to figure out your partner's like emotional intelligence limit or receiving limit. I don't know how to say the way.
I got what you're saying.
Receiver, yeah.
I think that's probably my problem. Because my partner, sometimes he be talking, and like my thing is like, all right, you can say, hey, I don't like how you did this because of this, point 1, because of this, point 2, because of this, point 3. And I'm like, okay, I can see that, except for point 3, and I'll go and I'll address point 3 of like, I guess you say my rebuttal or my feelings on it, and then he'll go back and explain all 3 over again. So now I'm zoning out because I'm like, I already said I agreed to the first 2, so why are we, you know what I mean? Like, and then I'm like, and he's like, and then after he does that, then he'll go to like the prelude of something from the past, and I'm like, I already know this information. So it's like I'm not grasping it. You can't put more water in a sponge if it's already the fucking, you know what I mean? Yeah. So at this point, I'm just like slowly leaking out information.
You're thinking about the stuff like, what the fuck am I getting my nails this weekend?
And then my face is so explanatory, like so expressional that he's like, you're not even paying attention. You're not even listening to me. And I'm like, I am. I'm just saying, like, you're saying the same shit over, and I'm not trying to be rude, but you're addressing it, and I already said okay. I've already said okay. If it's not new information, it's not sticking. You know what I mean? So that's when it's like, all right. And my thing is, what he probably complains about me is that I ask too many questions. And some of the questions, it's the same question worded differently. And that annoys him. He was like, I already answered this.
Okay. Nancy Drew ass.
Look, accountability, I do that. And I've learned that hey, that gets on his nerves. Learned that in therapy. Hey, that gets on his nerves. Okay.
Yeah, don't do the same thing in a different way.
Yeah, so now, got a healthy medium. I'm asking straight, direct questions out the gate.
Where you at 9:49 on a Tuesday?
I'm not gonna, because if let's say for example, where were you at 9:49 on Tuesday, and who were you with, and what place to place, or one thing, versus, oh, so you was out on Tuesday? I didn't know that. Well, where were you at? I don't recall you saying you was going out. Who else went out? Instead of doing,
I would hate that.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing that, which I now see is probably annoying, I'm like, so I saw that you went out with such and such on Tuesday. I was unaware of that. So I just want to know, where was the last communication that you were at this place?
Yeah.
That's direct. That's when you already know these details. So that gives him an opportunity.
I'm not trying to catch you up.
I'm just asking you. You know what I mean? And that way he could be like, babe, we talked about it on Sunday when we was eating. I told you I was going out with such. Okay, I apologize. I don't recall. And that could solve. He can have attitude, but it's different. It's progress from what I did before.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So again, accountability. I used to be that way. Okay, I'm growing. You have a problem with that? I'm growing. But the questions ain't gonna stop. Because if I got a question, I'm gonna ask it. If something don't look right, I'm gonna ask it. And now I know I'm just gonna ask it directly.
Yeah. 100%.
You know what I mean? Can't get mad at me for doing what you want me to do now.
Yeah. I mean, I respect it. Ask me directly. Don't give me no. I had this one girl, back in my single days. She'll ask me a question with another follow-up question, and she just wanted to see if I lied. Like, tell me if this is not crazy. Like,
it's crazy.
Okay, so she'll be like, hey, you know, what you ended up doing last night? Oh, I went and hang out with the fellas. Got some meat. Boom, boom, boom. Left. She'll be like, oh, okay, cool. What did you get something to eat? I was like, oh, nah. I got some pasta, some spaghetti, you know, some simple shit. She's like, okay, cool. Then the next day she'd be like, hey, what bar did you go to with you and your friends? Oh, no, we ain't go to the bar. We went to Five Guys. Oh, I didn't know Five Guys sold spaghetti. Shit. Like, it's like one of those shows, like, I walk right the fuck into it. But why? If you got to do that, it's just like, why are we together? Yeah. But also, it's like, nigga, why you lying? Where you at?
Yeah, I was about to say the same exact thing. So I get it. I think there was like growth on both sides from that aspect. Looking at the example you gave, if you were 100 in the beginning, nobody would have to question you. That's where everything comes at, right? People are like, hey, if you got to question them, then you shouldn't be with that person. I'm like, okay, well, if I have to question them, why that's that person with me? You know what I'm saying? Because in the day, you should be willing to give this information truthfully, honestly, without me having to ask. Like, I see so people are like, yo, people, these are couple goals, da da da. Those people, they communicate. They're like, hey, babe, I'm going out with the fellas. We're about to play basketball. We might hit a bar after. I'll see you a little bit later. I'll hit you up, you know, probably on the way, whatever. That's open communication. Not no, you went out for New Year's Eve. No, you going to a house party or wherever he was going, and you don't come back to 6 a.m, bro. Yeah, I had to bring that back full circle. Yeah, bruh.
Like that.
Fuck no. Got me fucked up.
Well, we can communicate with our audience.
No, you can tell them where you can find us. I did it last week.
You do it every week.
No, that's the problem. Take accountability.
Take part you did communicate with me that you wanted me to do a trade-off.
Doing a what? Anyway. A trade-off?
Where can you find us? On all streaming platforms, you can find us. Yo, this one right here.
Oh, bro. Okay.
You can find us on all podcast streaming platforms, and you can also find us on YouTube. Like and subscribe, comment, talk shit. We'll talk shit with you. Find us on Instagram and Facebook at Drunk with Friends with a Z at the end. I've been drinking. Sorry. And you can email us at dwfriends@gmail.com if you want to come on the show, or DM us if you want to come on the show. We can do Zoom. You can come through if you live in the DMV area. And also, we only have 6-7 more shot glasses left. On our shot glasses. They look dope. We did the video. It's pinned in our comments. You know,
on our page. It's pinned on our page.
Yeah, and definitely. More merch coming.
Definitely. I'll probably do another video or something tomorrow. I'll have some time. Okay. So y'all can see what's going on. I should send some with you so you can do some videos too.
You're the face of the business. I'm just in the background.
I'm sorry. I just want everybody to know there's 2 faces on this logo. I just put that out there.
I work hard in the background. These the media personality.
I'm the media personality. Anyway, guys. Shots should be poured. I'm gonna just do this because I am done. I need some food.
Yeah, I'll take the rest of this.
Y'all enjoy, and I hope you guys start taking accountability for all your actions, no matter what sex you are, and family and friends and relationships. Cheers, guys.
Oh shit.
You laughing at me?
We'll see you guys next week.